Ow! I hope you're doing well, and I think I gave you an answer on the blog TV. Sorry that you came every Friday since I've stopped during summer, and I apologize for actually having you dangle in the air, but I was pretty sure that I gave a response to everyone in regards to it. Although I hope that you won't stop coming, because I will be coming back doing the blog TV shows probably in September. Don't know if it's going to be a full-time thing or if I'll even make it a thing, because I'm doing radio at 90.7 FM or CFBO radio here in Moncton now as a volunteer on Sundays from 5 to 7, and then September from 4 to 7 it's going to be jazz and blues. It is jazz and blues right now. I just can't do what I do with you folk, which is play pretty much anything and everything under the sun that I find that is relevant to music. Oh well, that's how the cookie crumbles. But this is not about me. This is about your tip jar and tipping. Well, first and foremost, I share your point of view in regards to tipping. However, for me, it's not 15%, it's 10%. Why? Because I don't think any service is worth 15%. And as much as tipping is etiquette when you're going to a restaurant, I share your point of view that if no service or rotten service is unfortunately available, I don't tip. And if the service is really truly dreadful, I actually speak up and ask to speak to the manager or the manager in charge or the supervisor, advising the waiter it has nothing to do with them and it's always the truth. It has to do with the food or it has to do with the entire amount of service. And I try to get myself something to actually help me think about coming the second time around. I've had many events like that, but I think the worst was going to the Plan B here in Moncton, New Brunswick, and there's this full-time waitress slash barkeep who works there, and she actually had the gall to tell me in an open voice, "Oh, people don't tip anymore, do they?" Well, I didn't tip her, and I couldn't care if she actually came and told me, "Well, you didn't tip me again." I would have told you, "Well, lose about 50 pounds and I may think about tipping you, fat cow." Oh God, there's one thing I hate is people who do not like their jobs. I've met my share, people who work at Saint-Hubert, people who work in various restaurants here in Moncton. It's usually the smaller restaurants that have the better staff because they keep the environment friendly and they keep an open atmosphere of trust and love and family relationships. And you have to love your job. If you don't love your job, you're not going to get tips. As for the tip jar, I'm sorry, I never leave money in the tip jar. I don't believe in it. In fact, I find that it's unfair for the simple fact that the tip jar, the concept of the tip jar, and I'm not talking about the YouTube one, that one I'm coming to in a few seconds. The concept of a tip jar at any restaurant is to pool together tips and then split them to all employees that are actually going to benefit from the tips. However, and this is where my beef sets in, I don't agree on it, because if I work 3 times as much as Joe or Francine, but they get the same amount of revenue that I'm doing, no, I'll have to accept it because I have no say on the tip jar, but it's not fair. I believe in rewarding people for their work. I don't believe paying them thousands of dollars for that work, but I believe in giving them their fair due, which would be fair trade. But not taking an amount and going, okay, we're 15 people, 15 divided, this particular tip jar equals $5 each. Anyways, that's my point of view on the subject matter. As for the tip jar on YouTube, I'm sorry, but as much as somebody decided to do it, if other people decide to do it, it's tantamount to me actually asking for donations. Unless they're actually going to take the money and develop something with it, instead of using for their own gain or using them for pocket change or for chump change or God knows what change. No, I don't even consider about paying anybody on YouTube, because frankly, the only way that they'll get me to pay them is if I rent something from YouTube from them. At that point, they'll get my revenue. Apart from that, no. No, I have to save my money, and I have other things that I need to invest. Upgrades on my computer, upgrades on my technology, upgrades here and there, and expenditures, life expenditures, bills, entertainment, keeping some rainy day fund of sorts. And now, unfortunately, I'm deeply invested in my tires. But, be that as it may, it's fun to see you at 2,000 subscribers. I'm slowly climbing that hill, and by slowly, I mean truly, very slowly, 1,616. But I'm not in it to actually get the viewers. In your case, it'll give you more views and more power to you. But either way, Al, you're truly missed, and I can't wait to get you back on Blog TV as one of the viewers. And hopefully you won't be too tired when we're doing these on Fridays. If not, well, I might be able to get it done on Sundays in the afternoon from 5 to 7, 4 to 6 at your time, if you're available, so on and so forth. Time zones are going to be a true and utter, pardon the use of the word, bitch. Anyways, that's me, Nick, TDC Moncton. Have a nice one.